What's stopping you? Be honest. Not the excuse you tell others, not the lie you whisper to yourself when no one is looking. The real reason? Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it the comfort of doing nothing while hoping that somehow life will reward you anyway? Because here's the truth. Nobody is coming to save you. No one is going to drag you out of bed, force you to chase your goals, or push you past your limits. That's your job. And every single excuse you make is just a chain around your potential, locking you in place while the world moves forward without you. Excuses feel good in the moment. They protect your ego. They give you a reason to avoid discomfort. But what happens when the moment passes? What happens when weeks turn into months, months into years? And one day you wake up realizing that your excuses have built a prison you can't escape. You see others achieving what you once dreamed of, and deep down you know it could have been you. But you let yourself believe in limits that weren't real. You let fear dictate your future. The mind is a master of deception. It convinces you that you're too tired, too busy, too late, too early, too inexperienced, too unlucky. But do you want to know the truth? It's not that you can't. It's that you won't. Because trying means risking failure, and failure stings. But what stings even more? Never even trying. Watching your dreams die in your hands because you were too scared to fight for them. That pain lasts forever. Look at the people who succeed. Do you think they had no excuses? Do you think they never felt fear, never faced obstacles, never had days where they wanted to quit? Of course they did. The difference is they didn't let those things stop them. They felt the fear and did it anyway. They had every reason to quit, but they found one reason to keep going. And that's what separates winners from everyone else. Not talent, not luck, not even intelligence. Just the decision to refuse excuses. The decision to act even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's inconvenient. Even when every fiber of their being screams for them to stop. Because here's the truth. Nobody starts ready, nobody starts strong, nobody starts fearless. They start weak, unsure, afraid, and then they move, they push, they fight, and every step forward makes them stronger. But you'll never feel that strength if you never start. Right now, at this very moment, you have a choice. You can keep making excuses. You can keep telling yourself that tomorrow is a better day, that next week you'll start, that next year will be different. But deep down, you already know the truth. If you don't start now, you never will. Or you can decide that today is the day everything changes. The day you stop making excuses and start making progress. The day you take back control. Not because it's easy. Not because you feel ready, but because you're tired of staying the same. Because the pain of inaction is greater than the fear of failure. So ask yourself one last time, what's stopping you? And if your answer is anything other than nothing, then you have work to do. What would your life look like if you stopped making excuses? Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. If every single reason you've ever told yourself, why you can't, why you shouldn't, why it's too late, was stripped away, what would you be capable of? The truth is, you already know the answer. You've always known. But it's easier to pretend you don't. Excuses are the chains that keep you trapped in the life you claim to hate. They make failure comfortable. They turn procrastination into a habit. They let you sleep peacefully while your dreams rot away. But deep down, in the moments when you're truly honest with yourself, you know those excuses aren't real. They are nothing but a shield to protect you from discomfort, from struggle, from the pain of failing. But what if I told you that not trying at all is a failure far worse than anything you fear? Fear. Look around you. Look at the people who have achieved what you wish you could. Do you think their path was easy? Do you think they had no doubts, no fears, no struggles? Of course they did. The difference is they didn't let those things stop them. They understood something that most people refuse to accept. Success is not about having an easy path. It's about moving forward even when everything is working against you. You have been waiting for the right moment. But let me tell you something that will change your life if you truly listen. There is no perfect moment. There is no perfect time. No perfect plan. No perfect opportunity. There is only now. The people who succeed are the ones who take action despite the imperfections, despite the uncertainty, despite not feeling ready. You don't need more time. You don't need more motivation. You don't need a perfect plan. You need to move. You need to get up and do the work, no matter how small, no matter how messy. Because action creates momentum, And momentum destroys excuses. The more you move forward, the weaker your doubts become. But if you keep waiting, those doubts will only grow stronger till they suffocate every possibility you once had. Right now, you have a choice. You can keep telling yourself the same tired excuses. Keep waiting for a day that will never come. Keep allowing your potential to slip through your fingers. Or you can make a decision, a real decision, to step into the life you were meant for. Not because it's easy, not because it's comfortable, but because the alternative is a lifetime of regret. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are not too weak. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is your willingness to fight for it. So tell me, are you going to keep making excuses? Or are you finally ready to see what happens when you refuse to be stopped? How many times have you told yourself, "I'll start tomorrow"? How many times have you believed your own lies, convincing yourself that you'll change, that you'll take action, that you'll finally do something different? And yet here you are, still waiting, still hoping, still making the same empty promises that you never keep. You are not stuck because life is unfair. You are stuck because you keep choosing comfort over growth. You choose distractions over discipline. You choose fear over progress. And every time you do, you reinforce the biggest lie of them all, the lie that you have time. But time is not yours to control. Every second that passes is gone forever. And while you sit there waiting for motivation, waiting for the right moment, someone else is out there turning their dreams into reality. Someone else with the same struggles, the same fears, the same doubts, is doing the work that you keep avoiding. The difference between them and you? They refuse to let their excuses win. You see, there are two versions of you. One is the person you are today, full of hesitation, full of self-doubt, full of wasted potential. And then there is the person you could be, the one who wakes up every morning and does what needs to be done. The one who doesn't let fear dictate their life. The one who refuses to be defined by their past mistakes, their failures, their regrets. That person exists. But you will never meet them if you keep making excuses. Your mind will fight you. It will tell you that you're not ready, that you need more time, that success belongs to other people, not you. But your mind is lying to you. It wants you to stay where you are because change is uncomfortable. Growth is painful. But so is staying the same. And at some point, you have to decide which pain you're willing to endure, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Excuses are easy. Action is hard. That's why most people never change. They let their excuses become their reality. They live small, safe lives, never realizing how much they've lost until it's too late. Don't let that be you. Don't let another day pass by while you sit on the sidelines, watching other people live the life you want. You have everything you need right now. Not next year. Not when you feel more confident. Not when life gets easier. Right now. The only thing missing is your decision to act. So, are you ready? Because once you break free from your excuses, there is no limit to what you can become. Every day you hesitate, you pay a price. A price that most people never see until it's too late. You don't notice it at first. It starts small. An opportunity missed, a goal postponed, a dream set aside for later, but later never comes. And before you know it, those small hesitations have turned into years. Years of settling, years of waiting, years of living beneath your potential. Regret doesn't hit you all at once. It creeps in slowly, like a shadow stretching over your life. You wake up one day and realize you're not where you wanted to be. You realize you've wasted more time than you care to admit. And the worst part, you can't get it back. If you keep living the same way, what will your life look like in a year? In 5 years? In 10? Picture it. If you continue choosing comfort over action, if you keep allowing excuses to dictate your choices, if you keep waiting for the perfect moment that never comes, what will you have? Nothing but regret. Nothing but what ifs. But it doesn't have to be that way. Because right now, in this very moment, you have a choice. You can either continue down the same path, the one that leads nowhere, or you can decide that today is the day everything changes. No more waiting. No more doubting. No more settling for less than you deserve. Yes, it will be hard. Yes, you will fail. Yes, there will be days when you feel like giving up. But what's the alternative? A life of wishing you had tried? A life of wondering what could have been. That pain is far worse than anything you'll experience on the road to success. The truth is, no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the life you want. If you want it, you have to be willing to fight for it. To wake up every day and do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. To push through the fear, the doubt, the discomfort. Most people never do this. They choose the easy way out, the safe path, the path of least resistance. And that's why most people live lives of quiet desperation, trapped by the very excuses they refuse to let go of. But you are not most people. You are capable of more. You know it. You feel it, and now it's time to prove it. So what will you choose, another day of the same old story? Or the beginning of something greater? The person you were yesterday cannot take you where you need to go. That version of you, the one who made excuses, who hesitated, who let fear decide, must be left behind. There's no way around it. If you want to rise, you have to burn the bridge to your old self. Most people stay stuck because they refuse to let go of who they were. They hold on to the habits that have held them back. They keep the same mindset, the same patterns, the same limitations, and they wonder why nothing changes. But nothing changes because they are unwilling to change. You can't become the person you were meant to be while clinging to the person you've always been. The two cannot exist together. One must die so the other can live. That means no more negotiating with weakness. No more making deals with your excuses. No more giving yourself an easy way out. If you want to be unstoppable, you have to close the escape route. Remove the safety net. Make success the only option. Too many people fail because they give themselves permission to quit. They say, I'll try, but leave room for failure. They say, I'll do my best, but allow excuses to creep in. They keep one foot in and one foot out, and that's why they never make it. If you want to win, you have to go all in. No backup plans, no second options. Just pure, relentless commitment. Because when you remove the possibility of failure, your mind has no choice but to figure it out. Imagine for a moment that everything familiar was gone. Imagine you had no way back to your old life, no way to fall into your old habits, no choice but to move forward. How much harder would you fight? How much more focused would you be? That's the mindset you need to adopt. The mindset that says, this is it. This is my only shot. I either make it happen or I don't. But I will not quit. I will not stop. Some will call it extreme. They'll say you should take it easy, be patient, wait for the right time. But those same people will still be in the same place 5 years from now, wondering why life never changed. If you don't want that to be you, then you have to take a stand. You have to decide, right now, that the old version of you is gone. The one who made excuses, the one who waited for motivation, the one who gave up when things got hard. That version of you no longer exists. From this moment forward, there is only the new you, the one who takes action no matter what, the one who pushes forward even when it's painful, the one who refuses to accept anything less than their full potential. There is no going back. There is no other way. There is only the path forward, and it's time to walk it. There will come a day when you look back at your life. A day when all the distractions, the doubts, the fears, and the excuses won't matter anymore. The only thing that will remain is the truth. The truth of what you did or didn't do with the time you had. Most people don't understand this until it's too late. They live their days avoiding discomfort, running from struggle and seeking the easy path. But what they fail to see is that every time they choose comfort over growth, they are borrowing happiness from their future self. Because the pain of discipline is temporary. The pain of sacrifice, of effort, of pushing beyond limits, it fades, it turns into strength, into pride, into results. But the pain of regret, that pain never goes away. It lingers, it haunts you, it keeps you up at night, whispering all the things you could have done, should have done, but didn't. Imagine standing at the end of your life, looking back. Imagine seeing all the moments where you had a choice, to fight or to quit, to push or to settle. Imagine realizing that you could have been more, but you let fear, laziness, or doubt hold you back. Nothing is more painful than knowing you wasted your potential. That you had a fire inside you but let it die out. That you had dreams but let excuses bury them. That you had everything you needed, but you refused to take action. This is why you must choose discipline now. Because every second you waste is a second you will never get back. Every opportunity you let pass is a door that may never open again. Most people never reach their potential because they think they have time. They tell themselves they'll start tomorrow, next week, next year. But time does not wait. It does not pause. It does not care about your excuses. And if you don't act now, you will wake up one day realizing that someday never came. There is only one way to avoid the pain of regret: by choosing the pain of discipline today, by pushing yourself even when you don't feel like it, by showing up even when you're tired, by working when no one is watching. Greatness is not built on motivation. It's built on consistency. It's built on doing what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Your future self is waiting for you, the version of you that is strong, fearless, and unstoppable. But that version will not exist if you don't create it. So stop waiting. Stop hesitating. Stop making excuses. Do what needs to be done today, so you never have to look back with regret. Every war is won or lost before it even begins. Not on the battlefield, but in the mind. This is where most people fail. They don't lose because they are weak. They don't fail because they lack talent. They fall because they never learn to control the one thing that determines everything: their mind. Your thoughts shape your reality. What you tell yourself daily, what you believe, what you accept as truth, this is what dictates your future. If you wake up every day feeding yourself doubt, fear, and hesitation, don't be surprised when your life reflects those things. The mind is a battlefield, and the war is constant. Every day, you are either strengthening it or weakening it. You are either programming yourself for success or training yourself for failure. There is no in between. When the alarm goes off in the morning, the battle begins. Do you hit snooze or do you rise? When the workout gets tough, do you quit or do you push through? When failure knocks at your door, do you retreat or do you fight back? Your mind will try to trick you. It will whisper that you are too tired, too unprepared, too unworthy. It will give you reasons to quit, excuses to stay the same, lies to keep you comfortable. But comfort is the enemy of growth. It is a slow poison that kills potential. Winners are not the ones who never feel doubt or fear. They are the ones who feel it and move forward anyway. They refuse to let weakness dictate their actions. They reject the lies their mind tells them and replace them with unshakable belief. How do you reprogram your mind? How do you take control of the battlefield? You win small battles every day. You discipline yourself to do the hard things even when you don't feel like it. You stop giving yourself the easy way out. You recognize the negative thoughts and replace them with power. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," you say, "I will find a way." Instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," you declare, "I am becoming stronger every day." Instead of quitting, you remind yourself that pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. Your life is the result of the thoughts you allow to dominate your mind. If you want to change your reality, change the way you think. If you want to be unstoppable, you must train your mind to reject weakness and embrace challenge. The war will never end, but every day you have a choice: to fight for your future or surrender to mediocrity. Decide now. Decide that you will no longer be a prisoner of your thoughts. Decide that no excuse, no fear, no obstacle will stand between you and the life you deserve. Because the battlefield of the mind is where champions are made, and you were born to win. Most people run from pain. They avoid struggle, discomfort, and anything that makes them feel weak. But what they don't understand is that pain is not the enemy. Pain is the tool that sharpens you, strengthens you, and forces you to evolve. The world has convinced you that pain is something to escape. That failure is something to fear. That struggle is a sign you are not good enough. But that is a lie. The truth is, every great person you admire, every warrior, every champion, they have all faced unbearable pain, and instead of running, they embraced it. Pain is your greatest weapon because it forces growth. When you lift weights, your muscles tear so they can rebuild stronger. When you push yourself beyond your limits, your mind expands, your willpower strengthens, and your confidence rises. Without pain, there is no transformation. Without struggle, there is no strength. Look at your own life. Think about the moments that changed you the most. Were they easy? Or were they the moments that broke you, crushed you, and forced you to rise again? Pain is the fire that burns away weakness. It is the hammer that forges a warrior. But only if you use it. Only if you stop running and start embracing it. You will face setbacks. You will encounter failure. You will experience moments when everything in you wants to quit. But in those moments, you must remember. This is where the real battle is fought. Will you break or will you rise? Weak people let pain defeat them. Strong people use it as fuel. The next time you feel pain, don't curse it. Don't see it as a punishment. Recognize it for what it is, an invitation to level up, a sign that you are growing, a test to see if you are willing to push through or stay the same. Champions are not made in comfort. They are made in the fire of pain, forged in the struggle and strengthened through hardship. So don't run from pain. Don't avoid the hard path. Step into it. Own it. Use it. Because pain is not your enemy. It is the doorway to everything you have ever wanted. And only those who are strong enough to endure it will reach the other side. Most people crack under pressure. They see challenges as problems. They feel the weight of responsibility and crumble. But those who rise above, those who refuse to break, become unstoppable. Pressure is not your enemy. It is the force that separates the weak from the strong. The test that reveals who is truly willing to fight for their dreams. A diamond is just a piece of coal until it is put under immense pressure. Without pressure, it remains ordinary, fragile, and worthless. But with enough force, it transforms into something rare, unbreakable, and priceless. And so do you. You are not here to live an easy life. You are not here to avoid struggle. You are here to be shaped, refined, and hardened by pressure until you become the person you were always meant to be. Most people avoid pressure. They stay in their comfort zones because it feels safe. But safety doesn't build warriors. Comfort doesn't create champions. Growth only happens when you are willing to endure the pressure, face the stress, and push past the pain. Think about every moment in your life when you felt overwhelmed, when it felt like too much, when you doubted yourself. And yet, you survived. You endured. You came out stronger. That is what pressure does. It reveals your true strength. It shows you what you are made of. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not luck, not talent, not intelligence. It is how they respond to pressure. The weak run from it. The strong embrace it. When life gets hard, most people break. But you will not break. You will rise. You will face the pressure head on, knowing that it is shaping you, refining you, and preparing you for the greatness ahead. Every obstacle, every setback, every moment of doubt, these are not signs to quit. They are signs that you are getting closer, that you are in the process of transformation. So when you feel the weight of the world pressing down on you, don't resist it. Don't complain. Don't look for an escape. Instead, stand tall, feel the pressure, and let it turn you into something unbreakable. Because the difference between coal and a diamond is pressure, and the difference between failure and success is how much pressure you are willing to endure. Pain is the fire that forges greatness. It is the test, the barrier, the price that separates those who dream from those who achieve. Most people run from pain. They fear discomfort. They seek the easy path, believing that life should be smooth, effortless, and free of struggle. But the truth is, nothing worth having comes without pain. Pain is a signal. It tells you that you are growing, that you are stepping beyond your limits, stretching beyond what you thought was possible. Every champion, every legend, every person who has ever achieved greatness has walked through fire. They have endured sleepless nights, crushing failures, and moments where everything seemed impossible. But they pushed forward anyway, because they understood something most people don't. Pain is temporary, but the rewards last forever. Think about the moments when you wanted to quit. When the weight was too heavy, the road too long, the dream too distant. You thought the pain would never end. Did it? Or did you push through and realize that on the other side of suffering was strength? Your body, your mind, your spirit, they are built to endure. The pain you feel today will be gone tomorrow. But what remains is the result of your perseverance, the growth, the transformation, the victory. Weak minds break under pressure. Strong minds use pain as fuel. They understand that suffering is not a punishment. It is the path. There will be times when you feel like you can't go any further, when your legs are shaking, your heart is racing, and your mind is screaming at you to stop. That is the exact moment you need to push harder, because that is when real growth happens. The moment you decide that pain will not stop you is the moment you separate yourself from the crowd. Pain is not an enemy. It is a teacher. It teaches discipline, patience, and resilience. It forces you to dig deeper than you ever thought possible. And when you refuse to quit, when you stand in the face of pain and keep moving forward, something incredible happens. You become stronger, not just physically, but mentally. You develop an unshakable will, a mindset that refuses to break. Most people never reach their full potential because they quit too soon. They let temporary pain rob them of permanent greatness. But you are not most people. You will not surrender to pain. You will not let discomfort dictate your destiny. You will fight. You will endure. You will rise above every obstacle, every setback, every hardship. Because when the pain fades, all that remains is the victory. And that victory is yours to claim. Every battle is won or lost before it even begins. Not on the field, not in the gym, not in the workplace, but in the mind. Your mind is the battlefield where victory is decided. It is the command center that controls your actions, your beliefs, and ultimately your destiny. Most people lose before they even try. They tell themselves they are not good enough, that they will fail. That success is for someone else, someone smarter, stronger, more fortunate. And so they never step into the fight. The enemy is not the world, it is not the competition. It is not even the obstacles you face. The real enemy is within. The doubts, the fears, the excuses, the voice in your head that whispers, "Give up. You're not strong enough, it's too hard." But here's the truth, that voice is a liar. Your mind will try to break you before life ever does. It will tell you that you don't have what it takes, that you should quit while you're ahead, that the pain isn't worth it. But you must refuse to listen. Because the moment you decide that you will not surrender to doubt is the moment you take control. The moment you realize that you have power over your own mind, your own choices, your own future. That is the moment you become unstoppable. The greatest warriors, the most successful people in the world have mastered one thing above all else: mental toughness. They do not allow fear to control them. They do not allow failure to define them. They do not allow pain to stop them. They understand that their greatest weapon is not their body, not their resources, not their talent, but their mind. Because when the mind is strong, nothing can break you. No setback can stop you. No failure can define you. Your mind is either your greatest enemy or your greatest ally. It will either push you forward or hold you back. The choice is yours. The world is full of people who have been defeated. Not by life, not by others, but by their own thoughts. By their own unwillingness to fight the battle within. But you are different. You refuse to let doubt win. You refuse to let fear dictate your future. You will train your mind just as you train your body. You will push past your limits. You will silence the voice of weakness and replace it with the voice of power. And when the storms of life come, and they will, you will not break. You will not fall. You will not quit. Because you have already won the battle where it matters most, in your mind.